you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. So today we're going to be doing the evolution, my original character that started it all. So I'm going to be doing a voiceover while I'm painting him, my original character. You can see there's some street art that I did a few years ago. Here's some digital art, how I evolved it throughout the years based off of lettering. I have a free ebook. If you guys want to learn more about it, stay to the end. So watch the video and enjoy while I talk about my original character, the evolution that started it all. So this character evolved from simple bubble lettering. I have many videos, so check out my channel explaining this. And it comes from the way I did art growing up, what I was exposed to growing up in New York City. I was around, like, the graffiti, the street art. So when I was, in elementary school and junior high school, I remember always doing bubble lettering art for banners for school plays and stuff. I remember doing the Nutcracker play, and I did like the whole life-size Nutcracker when I was in 3rd grade for my teachers. They always loved this. So I always have like this artistic ability, but I always wanted to stand out and be different. So when I was coming out of school, when I was a kid, they had all these graffiti walls, production walls. And, I would just sit down after school and just draw what I saw on the wall. So here goes. I got a brand new pink Posca. I love this color, guys. And make sure you give it 10 pumps and then let the paint saturate the nib. Don't just keep pumping crazy, because then you can damage the gasket and all the paint starts to spill out and you waste precious ink or paint, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, let it saturate. It takes literally 5 or 6 seconds. No reason to rush. And then, if you do this, these paint pens, markers will last you months, and I use them every day, 4 or 5 times a day, and I would have them for 4 or 5 months, so they last quite a while. Yeah, so I would come out of school, sketch graffiti pieces on the wall, just what I saw. And then after a while I was like, man, I want to do my own style. So I came up with my name, and I had many names growing up, but FAS stuck with me the most, just because they're the initials to my name. So that's my artist name, Faz, and they're also the initials to my name. So I've been using that maybe for 20 years, as an artist. So I remember when I went into high school, I was trying, I was having problems, with coming up with a cool name. And I had a friend, his name was Siz, S-I-Z. He did graffiti, he had a really cool bubble lettering style. And he was like, man, why don't you just use the initials to your name? Because I would have these really long names. Like, I remember I like horses, so I had a graffiti name that was called Palomino. And then I had Dark Horse. Like, I had all kinds of crazy stuff, but it was just too long. He said, you need something short and sweet, 3 letters. His was Siz. And then he said, hey, why don't you use the initials to your name, Faz? That sounds cool. And I just stuck with it. And then he did a bubble lettering style, that traditional New York, East New York style. And then I started doing my own style. And then I evolved it throughout the years. And then after a while, I was like, man, I want these letters to look better. And then that's when I started to characterize them, putting a tongue on my F. And then from there, I just evolved it, from the F with a tongue. And then I just came up with my own style of the F, my own style A, my own style S. And then I just wanted them to all flow together. And then I just sat down one day and I would just sketch, what I want my F look like. And it has to look like the S. And then I came up with this, whole process that I use to this day. I've been doing it 16, 17 years. I did the whole art gallery thing in the early 2000s. I did toy design in the early 2000s, designer toy art. When it was at its prime, I've done all that. And people used to love my, my original character style lettering. And then from there, it stuck with me, and I just evolved it throughout the years. And so I have this whole process on how I come up with developing original characters, and we'll talk more about that at the end of this video. I have a free ebook. You can see the links in the description, and I also have the full version that you can purchase if you like, the free version, and you get something from it. I'll break it down even more, and I have tons of examples, and you can see tons of examples on my YouTube channel of my original characters, the way I even do. I'm working on a lot. I've been getting requests on how to do my hair. I've been making videos, but I've been getting requests on people, asking, how they can develop that more. How can they do it in their paintings? So I'm gonna be working on an ebook on that. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I really love this character. I think 4 or 5 times a week I draw this character. It's just one of my favorite characters. I just like the way it looks. My kids like the way it looks. I have friends, their kids like the way they looks. I make t-shirts. And then as you can see above it, I have a mat behind me where I'm painting. And you can see a figure that has that same kind of flow. And that's because that's the trademark in my work. When you see the front, which I call the beak of my character, all my other characters have that. They have different bodies, but they have that same kind of flow. Even my figures, my toy design. So that's my trademark. So whenever you see my work, it doesn't matter what kind of body it is, what kind of animal or what kind of person it is. It has my style within it, right? And that's what I've always been trying to recreate. And it started all from this character right here. So that's why I always draw him. And I have him with Mickey Mouse hands. Oh, I call them Mickey Mouse hands, but they're just traditional, like 50s, 60s, cartoony hands. We say Mickey Mouse hands because Mickey Mouse is known for having those hands. But before Mickey Mouse and all that was mainstream, there had other characters that had that kind of style. Just not, white. And I have my own hand style that I use on some of my other characters, but I just like the way this character looks with these hands. And I even have it tattooed on my arm. So right here I'm coming in, building my lines. As you can see in most of my videos, I come in with the paint. I do the lines real quick and then the inside real quick. And then when it's done, I start to build my lines. If you want to learn more about, building my lines, I have tons of videos on my channel. Just, explore and enjoy. And if there's something that I don't have up right now and you want to know about it, whether it comes from how to use markers better, how to have better technique, just let me know. I'll make a video. Like right here, I don't like that line. I don't like that thick line. So I come back in and I make it thin. Like all my lines, they're neither thick or thin. They're just different sizes, different widths, different angles, different sharpnesses, but they have a flow to them. And that's just how I develop my style. It's just a freestyle way of line work, but it's not exact where every line has to look the same. And that comes from when I used to ink comics and stuff. I developed that to a more bold, thicker line. Like right here, the Mickey Mouse hands don't really have those thick lines, but it just goes together, flows, right? And the reason why it flows is just the way that I present the work. So here I'm coming in. And it's really good to practice, keeping your hands steady, because I used to also tattoo. So, I'm good at following lines. So, doing these kind of sketches and having the attention to detail that I put in my work, that's just a discipline that I've developed throughout the years. So whether I'm doing a sketch or I'm doing a painting, I try to have the same discipline. So my work always has that same look. So yeah, this is the evolution. My character that started it all, guys. And I made stickers like I've mentioned before. I have stickers, t-shirts on this character. My daughter loves wearing to school. I'm working on making pillows and like bed sheets for children's rooms. So if anybody's interested in that, just let me know. I'm still working on that. I'm working with a supplier so I can have this done as cheap as possible. But I have tons of things coming, guys, so stay tuned. And there you go, it's done. There goes my sticker. Should have made it pink, but it's the normal red tongue. So here's my free ebook, guys. The link's in the description. I explain, this kind of process. You can see I have my F on the front of the page showing you the evolution of a regular F to a graffiti style cartoony F. And then I turn it into like, a dinosaur. So check it out. It's free. I know you guys can get something from it. And if you really enjoy it and you want to support me as an artist for giving out this information, you can purchase the full version, which is 70 pages. And I had tons of, pictures and walkthroughs showing you how I come up with each and every one of my characters and showing you the technique and the process that you can implement in your work. So thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Much more to come.